Hello and welcome back to Dukascopy TV. Now, when committing yourself to any investment, it is vital to ensure you have the correct documentation. Continuing on with our Glitter, Glamour and Investment series, we'll be talking with Elke Berr on how to read a certificate. Elke, thank you very much for coming back in.
Thank you. Nice to see you again, Monica.
Now, if we look at the certificates, Elke, we're talking about precious stones as this part of our series. They're the equivalent to identification papers, is that right?
Absolutely right. And I thought first to talk about the emeralds, because this was our last session, and to show you some samples.
Okay.
So this is, for example, the ring I was wearing, and here you can see it's a 4 carat 30, and it's none. You see, so it has no oil.
No oil,
you
no
remember?
Treatment,
Yeah. So, for example, here they talk, of course, it has a number when it was made, and here it's written about no oil. And then have the other one. It's minor. So here you can see there's a little tiny oil in it. And here it's written insignificant. So none and insignificant, of course, is the best. So there's really nearly nothing. And then from minor it goes up to moderate or more, so then it's a different graduation. This means, for example, the oil which is the residues and fissures.
Can we see the jewellery which corresponds?
Yes, of course. So this is the 4 carat 30. This is the 3 carat 05. And this is the 3 carat 04. So you can also see a perfect matching pair. And you can see also, like we saw before, even with the naked eyes, you don't see any inclusions. So it's very rare. And as there are no inclusions, we don't need to put oil.
Okay, so each stone has its own little story, which is portrayed on the certificate. But what particular information can we glean from the certificate?
So this is an example from GIS. For example, first, of course, you find the date. It's very important when is the certificate done. For example, if it's more than 10 years, quite often you redo them, because normally you look on a microscope, but we have new instruments like a Ramaro microscope and other things which you use now, which was not for 10 years ago. So for example, this is something. Then of course it's saying what it is, here in this case a ruby, here emerald. Then the weight, also very important factor to know. Then also the dimension, and with the dimension you can see that's really the stone which corresponds also on the certificate. You remember on the diamonds, it was more easy, it was a laser inscription very often on it, but also the dimensions. On the colored stones, you don't put any laser inscription. So it's really with the dimension and with the weight and everything, you can identify that the stone is the one. Then the cut, then the shape. For example, here it's oval, here it's cushion. Then the color, here it's just in red or green, but it can be also specified, like royal blue for sapphire, or it can be pigeon blood red, like